break this video down into two parts. One's going to be the removal of the engine from the car, and then the other one's going to be disassembling the transmission from the short block there, and kind of walking through a breakdown of the motor, transmission, things of that nature. You notice I'm taking the transmission bolts out here. I'd previously dropped a block transmission combo like this, and what I found is out of the car, getting the transmission bolts out, it rolls around on you. Don't want to do any damage to the motor or anything, so I decided I'd go ahead and at least loosen and take the bolts out while it was on the car to prevent it from rolling around, potentially damaging something. And on top of that, it generally spills fluid. There's some fluid left over in the block, coolant, and potentially some, probably on this particular motor, probably not oil, being that I dropped the oil pan, but in the last motor I dropped like this, it had oil, and it rolls over, and you know, it just makes a mess in your garage, which my garage is about as messy as I can handle right now, so don't need fluids floating around on the floor. So anyway, so pretty simple video here. So I had pretty good luck. I'd used the Seafoam Deep Creep as a penetrating lube. I can't remember the guy's name, but he does like a lot of small motor. He puts small motors together and does various tests on them. Anyway, he had tested on rusted bolts several different penetrating lubes and found the Deep Creep worked the best. So I went with it. Seems to work pretty well. So it's worked well for me here. None of these bolts broke. I did break, I think, 3 or 4 on the chassis, but most of the big ones ended up being pretty good. It was the little 10 millimeters that were rusted that I had some issues with, but no major issues. Overall, I was really pleasantly surprised by that. So you will notice, I don't think I've got very good video of it because I've kind of time-lapsed this for you guys, so it's a little bit quicker. But I actually put a box on the jack, pretty good sized box on the jack with some material in it so that it, it's not like the motor's sitting directly on a hard surface. It helps spread and distribute the weight so that it doesn't damage the motor transmission when it's sitting on the jack pad. So, motor came right out. Again, it's, mostly disassembled. Did not have a engine hoist here, and so I've done this a couple of times the same way. I used to have an engine hoist. It's sitting at my brother's house in Alabama right now, so it doesn't really matter to me. It comes out fine. It's more maneuverable this way. Probably bolted up similarly. It'll probably be the short block in. Probably rebuild the short block, throw it in, and then bolt the transmission up, and then put the cylinder head on. So it will go back in a similar order if I had to take a guess.
Hey guys, hope you enjoy watching the restoration of the rusty Barnacle, Integra Type R 98111. Please subscribe and keep looking for updates. Thanks.